When shall we buy? Because Jesus' statement didn't say when shall we get. When shall we buy? So this involves financial capacity. It involves a financial capacity. When shall we buy bread that these may eat? It demands organizational responsibility. 12 people can't feed 5,000. Who are going to serve it? Who are going to do the organization? So one statement has so much challenges that the people were justified to question it. When shall we buy bread that these may eat? So it looked like a statement of compassion, but if you were in that day, you realize that it is a complexity that was being relayed. It was the challenge that was being spoken. Though it looked like a blessing to the others, but it was a problem to the disciples. When shall we buy bread that these may eat? How can I go to university this year? It looks like a simple statement, but it will involve somebody passing exams. It will involve somebody paying fees. It will involve somebody having money to pay hostels, social fee. So I want to go to school. Looks like a simple statement to the student, but it's not an easy statement to the parent, because he must prepare school fees and prepare hostel fees and prepare other stuff. So to the child, I must go to school, daddy. But to the parent, there is a Philip that must be asking questions. That I must go to school is not an easy statement. Telomun tebelesh. I know that this year many will write a lot of joy lists, but in the statements are dangerous challenges and questions that only God can answer. Only God. When they started bringing out the challenge out of that statement, you realize that only God can answer the challenge that is being born on the back of that statement. When shall we buy bread that these may eat? It has a location problem. It has a financial problem. Yes. It has an organizational problem. And many of you, that is it. I want to travel abroad. I want to travel abroad. But there are things inside that I want to travel abroad that only one man can answer. Verse 6. And this he said to prove him. It looked like a statement of compassion, but it was a proving statement. It was a testing statement. It was a test. It was a test. He knew as much as it looks like it's a compassionate statement, it's not easy for men to accomplish it. So the Bible says he proved them with it. Wow. There are some of you where what you will see in your dreams this year, what you will hear from God this year will be a proof, because if you sit down to analyze the statement, it doesn't make sense, and it won't make sense. There are some of God will tell you in 1 year you will marry, you will build, you do this, but you don't have a job, you don't have a relationship, and you begin to ask yourself, how will this be? He says, and this he said to prove him, for he himself knew what he would. So for every complex statement, And listen, that complex statement was a desire, it was a solution, it was a breakthrough for the people at the other end. For listen, every complex statement that looks like it carries so many challenges, there is always something that can be done about it. There is always something. When that thing is done, no matter how impossible that statement looks like, it will still be accomplished. When that, he said, for he himself knew what he will do. For he himself knew what he will do. I will travel abroad, and he himself knew what he will do. I will build a school, and he himself knew what he will do. I will get a job in a prestigious institution, and he himself knew what to do. I will marry in 2025, and he himself knew what to do. I will do ministry and prosper, and he himself knew what to do. I will enter into different realms in the realm of the spirit, and he himself knew. For every desire, every statement, every prayer, every vision, every plan, there is always something you should know to do to make it happen. And he himself knew. I will give birth to triplets, and he himself knew what to do. I will own a private jet in 2025, and he himself knew what to do. Pastor, you will establish 20 branches this year, and he himself knew what to do. Sir, know what to do before you talk. It's an error to talk and not know what to do. The Bible says that he knew what to do. So what he was saying didn't make sense. What he was saying looked so complex. The people were confused, but he was relaxed because he himself knew. For every major breakthrough, there is a method. For every major breakthrough, there's a formula. Everybody's glory he must manifest in 2025. There is a specific divine formula to it. So if you will manifest the glory of financial breakthrough, there is a divine formula. You must know what to do. 2025, you must know what to do. To get that healing, you must know what to do. Yes, some people, what to do is 3 times communion in a day. God will tell you this is what to do. So Mary told them, he said, whatever he tells you to do, do it. For every divine breakthrough, there is a divine formula. For every divine manifestation, there is a formula. For every divine glory, there is a formula. And he himself knew what he would do. I know the debt has been on you for 6 years. And today you have said it that 2025 the debt will leave. But as you said it, you should know what to do. And be consistent in what you must do so you get the results. Come on. Look at that. Verse 7. Philip answered him, 200 penny worth of bread is not sufficient for them, that every one of them may take a little. Now the man has just started calculating finances. He has started calculating finances, and he has started calculating portions and organization. Even if we are to break it very small, it won't work. Verse 8. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said unto him, Mahadi Belosa, there is a lad here now. What to do is coming to play out. What to do is coming to play out. There is a lad here which has 5 barley loaves and 2 small fishes, but what are they among so many? That is the problem. He himself knew what to do. we don't have money for the bread of 5,000, but we have money for the bread of 1. We have money for the bread for 1. So if I can get the bread for 1, I know what to do with it. He himself knew what to do. All I need is a little bread and a little fish. So when I said let's feed all of them, I know what to do. That there is a possibility with men and there is a possibility with God. That with men they can handle 5 people, but with God he can take what men have and multiply it to handle what men cannot handle. He said that there is a lad. Jesus said, I can't feed 5,000. I don't have money for 5,000, but I have money for 1. So I'll get the 1 and do something to it. He himself knew. This year you must know what to do to things. Salary is 500. Know what to do to it. You go to shop, they buy only 20 cedi a day. Know what to do to that 20 cedi. Am I here with somebody out there? Yes. You went to write exams, you got D instead of A. Know what to do to the D. Then Jesus knew what to do, and all he needed was bread for 1, and he would do something to the bread and it will handle 5,000. So it was bread for 1, and even the 1 a little boy. He said, I know what to do. I don't know if my first sermon here will bless somebody's life. I see. You should know what to do with little for it to handle the big.